Yo, what's good, people?
What's up?
We're back.
Never mind, I ain't gonna say nothing. I was gonna say last time we could see ourselves, but it's all good.
Why?
You had to remember for a while you had set it up in a way where we could see it, but don't worry about it. I trust you. I 100% trust you.
Where's my Bible? Oh, there it is.
This is the Bible pod.
The Bible pod. We don't have like a theme song yet.
I know, right?
We're still in Genesis.
Yes.
We stopped at 24.
24.
After the death of...
No, wait.
Sarai?
No, she doesn't die until 24. Oh, 23. Oh, you're right. My bad, you're right. She died in 23.
She died 23, buried her, dude paid for everything.
Oh, we're going to find... 24,
so
a wife.
24 is Isaac meets...
A wife.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Marries Rebecca.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I remember you saying that this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think he was really adorable. But I think it's also like loyalty, like so. Okay, I'm gonna summarize it. And then,
I bet.
And then you can
if
go.
I have anything to awesome.
Yeah. After Sarah dies and is buried, Abraham instructs his eldest servant to go find Isaac a wife, but he specified that she cannot be from Canaan. And the servant goes to Mesopotamia, and after praying for guidance, is approached by Rebecca. She agrees, and they go to her family's house. The servant tells Rebecca about why he's there. He's like, "I'm here to find my master's son a wife," and
beating around the bush.
Yeah. And so she's like, "Oh, okay." Like, so the way he met her is that he actually, I remember he told.
So there's a test.
Yes.
So the test is cool because it reminds me of, you ever see the Bronx Tale?
Yes.
Where he's like, "Hey, do the lock the door test," and so he did that. It was like in the well. It was a watering well test to see whichever girl offers us water is the one we're going to be like, oh, that's the one.
So this is a prayer that the servant did. He said, "O Lord, God of my master Abraham, please give me success today and show unfailing love to my master Abraham. See, I am standing here beside the spring, and the young women of the town are coming out to draw water. This is my request. I will ask one of them, please give me a drink from your jug. If she says, yes, have a drink, and I will water your camels too, let her be the one you have selected as Isaac's wife. This is how I will know that you have shown unfailing love to my master." Before he had finished praying, he saw a young woman named Rebecca coming out with her water jug on her shoulder. And so he goes up to her, and she went on to his speech.
She was beautiful.
Yes.
Old enough to be married.
Yeah. And so
she hadn't known a man intimately.
There you go, virgin. So he goes up to her and he says, "Please give me a little drink of water from your jug." And then she says, "Yes, my lord, have a drink." And then she lowered the jug from her shoulder and gave him a drink. And when she gave him a drink, she said, I'll draw water for your camels too, until they have had enough to drink." Boom. He asked God for a sign, and God gave it to him
clearly.
Right there.
No time wasted.
Yeah, I thought that was really beautiful.
It was.
Because not only was he being obedient by doing this, he didn't have to, right? He could have said, "I'm not going out this far just for nothing."
Wait, who was it again?
The servant.
Right.
I don't think they never give his name, obviously,
okay.
But this is Abraham's servant,
right?
And so after he did that, he's like, "Hey, told her who I am. I'm here to find a wife for my master's son. Can I go meet your family?" And so she agrees, and they go to her family's house and they ask for their blessing. They agree, and the servant and Rebecca, they ride back. And then Isaac and Rebecca cement their love in Sarah's tent. Now that part might be a little weird, right? Like, they basically, sounds to me like they went to Sarah, R.I.P., her tent, and did the thing.
In their mom's tent?
Yeah, who just passed away.
But I wrote down that she helped him, she comforted him after his mom's death because he was having a hard time.
That's some kind of comfort right there, right? That's some kind of comfort.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add at 24? Do you want to
go? I think that's it. A young woman, Rebecca. She brought like her sister, right? Or no, her nurse. She brought a bunch of people. Her homegirls and stuff, so she wasn't just alone.
Yeah, Rebecca and her servants.
Yeah, so they didn't just like kidnap her. It didn't seem like, she wanted
to. Yeah, like he said, he went to her family, asked for the blessing.
Yeah.
Like, this was all proper. This is how things were done back in the day.
They let her bring her stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's good. 25.
So 25, the death of Abraham.
Mine says Abraham and Keturah's children.
All right.
But then down here it says Abraham's death.
Okay.
he married another wife.
Yeah.
Named
Keturah.
Keturah.
Yeah. And they gave birth to a bunch of kids.
None that I recognize.
Yeah, so they're listed here: Zimran, Jokshan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua.
Yeah, I don't think any famous bloodlines came from those kids.
You might be right. You're probably right, because it's never mentioned again, right? You're right.
Right. It said, well, Dadan's sons were Asherim, Letusam, and Lemun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of M's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes through their sons.
So, and in Abraham, he lived for 175 years, and he died at a ripe old age, having lived long and a satisfying life.
Definitely content.
Yeah.
It says a content old man.
Yeah.
We had like 3 wives.
I think that's how we all want to go, right?
Yes.
Content old man.
Yes.
All right. So
Isaac and Ishmael, his 2 first sons, right, from different women, buried them in a cave.
So here we go. 25:19 talks about Rebecca, how she was barren. Isaac pleads with God to help. She becomes pregnant, and then while she becomes pregnant, she feels a struggle in her belly and asks God why this is so. God tells her that this is because 2 nations are in her womb. The elder son will overpower the other. The first child comes out all red, Esau. The second son was born holding on to Esau's heel, and that was Jacob.
Isaac was 60 when they were born.
Yeah. So then at verse 29, Esau it talks about how he sold his birthright. So Esau is tired from working the fields. He tells Jacob to give him some red stew. Jacob asks for his birthright in exchange for the stew. Esau agrees and is now named Edom, means red. Edom means red, and he exchanged his birthright.
What is a birthright?
Basically, like
was promised to
you.
Yeah.
Basically, the like all the land.
Any riches or animals.
The future of this family, like for example, if this was you, if you were one of these brothers, and you told your brother, give me that. I was gonna say something inappropriate. Give me that stew for
that Nintendo.
Yeah, for my birthright, and that means you're giving up whatever the family legacy is.
Are they boys? Like they're young when they do this?
I don't see what it says their age. Let me see where we at. It just says the boys grew up. Esau became a hunter, and Jacob was quiet and stayed home.
So they probably a young man, maybe in their early 20s, late teens.
Could be. All right, so that's what I got out of 25, and And so at the end, it just says that after Esau ate the meal, he got up and left. He showed contempt for his rights as the firstborn. So this also has to do how we as people who God give, we have an inheritance from God, that He gives to us, and that's there's a lot there.
It's responsibility.
Sometimes we give it up for something as simple as a one night stand,
a fleeting.
Yes, something that. It's
moment.
Yeah, it's like red stew. You ate that stew once and it nourished you that one time, but you've given up everything now. You know what I'm saying? And in the same way, like
it's like selling your soul.
Yes, we do that. Right. This could be more.
My bad, go ahead.
No, this could be applied even more to famous people. Right. Like they give up everything for a little bit of fame, 15 minutes of fame.
They are giving up their birthright because now they're separated from their families oftentimes.
Yeah,
they cut themselves off from their families.
Yeah, true. And we've seen it with so many young stars. I ain't got to name no
names.
Ain't got to name no names. But what happens? They become drug addicts, become alcoholics, become crazy. You know what I'm saying?
They're broken.
Yeah. All for what? All because I wanted to go be famous and stuff,
It's sad when they're child stars, too.
Yeah.
Because it's the parents that are putting them through that shit. That's a whole nother.
Yeah, so it's like your parents sold you into that.
Yeah.
That's just wicked. Wicked.
So 26?
26, Isaac deceives Abimelech.
Oh, mine says Isaac and Rebecca visit Gerar. Mine sounds like a nice little...
So Isaac settles in Gerar and successfully digs wells that give water. He names one of the new cities Beersheba. Esau takes 2 wives, Judith and Bashemath. And it disappoints Isaac and Rebecca because, he took 2 wives. And I think also these wives were not from where they wanted them to be.
Right, they might have been like Canaanites or something.
Let me see if I can find this.
Or Philistines?
Yeah, they're Hittites.
Okay.
At the age of 40, Esau married 2 Hittite wives. but Esau's wives made life miserable for Isaac and Rebekah.
Oh.
Surprise,
you know what? I
surprise.
laugh,
Yeah.
but I know people right now in my life that they're having a hard time because I can't even go into it. But if your son marries somebody that's bad for your grandchildren, it ends up being a deterrent for the whole family. It affects everybody.
Yeah.
Grandparents, everybody.
Yeah. That's kind of why in my situation I'm nervous, right? You know, like meeting someone new, and it's like this is not just something small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like a seedling. So right now you just gotta
For sure.
nurture.
Try nurture.
Yeah. Treat it like a seedling.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. All right, so 27. Oh wait, do you have anything to say about 26 besides that though? I mean, that was kind of me summarizing it.
Nah, that's it.
All right, so 27. Jacob steals Esau's blessing.
Mine said Jacob acquires his father's blessing.
Okay.
Interesting.
So the way I summarized it was, oh wow, okay. Isaac, old and barely able to see, asked Esau to bring him venison so he can eat it and bless him. Rebekah heard about this, and Jacob, being her favorite, the little one, the weak one, right? That's usually how it is, right?
Right. The baby.
She goes and hatches a plan with him to fool his father. She cooks the meat herself and has Jacob put on goat skin so that he can feel hairy like Esau is. The plan works, and Isaac eats and receives blessing. Esau comes in afterward and figures out what happened, and he's furious at being robbed of both his birthright and his blessing. The blessing he receives from Isaac is that he will live by the sword and shall serve Jacob. So live by the sword means you're going to be at war constantly, you know, and you're going to serve your little brother, which is probably like what he was going to receive after getting up his birthright with the soup anyway. You know what I'm saying? Esau says he will kill Jacob. Rebekah tells Jacob what Esau says and tells him to flee to the city of Laban until Esau's anger subsides. Rebekah tells Isaac that she worries that Jacob will marry a daughter of the Hittites, like Esau did. And then she says, I'd rather die than see this happen. I'm like, dang, bro.
I see that.
Yeah.
I really loathe these Hittite women. If Jacob marries one of the Hittite women, like women of this land, why should I go on living?
Fuck
my life.
Yeah. So you got anything to add about 27?
Nah.
All right, so 28. I don't have a label on that one. Do you? Like your book, your Bible?
No, it doesn't. It starts with Isaac summoning Jacob.
Yeah. So Jacob is...
And he orders him, do not marry a Canaanite woman.
Yes. He obeys. But Esau, in direct rebellion, takes a Canaanite wife along with the wives he already had. So now he's got 3 wives. Yeah, this dude he's doing that thing that what was the bad son? The one who killed Abel? Cain, like his family's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like he's already doing this bad stuff, you know. Cain's lying.
Well, it's interesting because they were twins, and what if Cain and Abel were twins, and the rivalry may have started from there.
Yeah, this could be true. In 28:10, it says Jacob comes to rest at a place and has a vision of God speaking to him. He is told his seed will spread all over the earth, and that he will be kept safe and be brought back to this place where he's at right now. He decides to anoint the area Bethel. Bethel means the house of God. And that if the promise is kept, he will worship God and give him 1/10 of everything. This is the first tithe. The first tithe was when Melchizedek happened, remember? 10 technically. When I talked about so when homeboy met him in the desert, you know, Melchizedek blessed him and said, you know, I bless you in the name of God, and then homeboy gave him 1/10 of what he had. Right. That's technically the first tithe.
So this is more solidified.
Yes, this is like actually because it's telling God. That was him giving Melchizedek the tithe, but this is Jacob telling God, like, I will worship you and give you 1/10 of everything if you give me that, what you said, you know, that my seed will spread, and you'll bring me back safe.
Protect us.
Yeah. All right, so 29.
Jacob meets Rachel.
Mine says Jacob arrives at Padan Aram. This sounds like some Star Wars stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yours did. Mine sounds like a Friends episode. Jacob meets Rachel. The one where Jacob meets Rachel.
So Jacob sees Rachel, falls in love with her, and he tells her they are cousins. She tells her dad, Nahor, who is happy to meet his nephew. You know, like, hey, you're my nephew. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hopefully they were like third or fourth cousins.
Yeah. Laban asked Jacob how much he'll charge him for the work he's doing. Jacob asked for the hand of Rachel for 7 years of work. Like, damn.
She must have been beautiful, guys.
Yeah. Nahor agrees, but on their wedding night, he switches out Rachel for his older daughter Leah.
Oh no.
Weird ass stuff. Jacob awakes.
Well, because he's trying to get Leah married.
Because Jacob,
oldest.
yeah. And Jacob, you know, clearly not knowing the difference, right? Not being able to tell who was who, does this thing. He wakes up the next morning and sees what happened, and he gets mad and confronts Laban. Like, what is the meaning of this, bro?
It's some bull.
Laban tells him it's not tradition to give the younger daughter away before the oldest, and says that for 7 more years of work, he'll give Jacob Rachel for real. Jacob agrees.
Wow. Jacob slept with Rachel. He loved Rachel more than Leah.
Yeah.
He worked for Laban 7 more years. So 14 years altogether.
And then check this out. It turns out Rachel is barren, but Leah is not. She gives birth to 4 sons: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. And these sons do become important.
Yes.
These become
the
tribes of Israel.
Right.
So these are the first 4 tribes of Israel born right here.
From the girl that he doesn't even love that much.
Yeah.
That's how I bet God even felt bad for her. Like, nobody wants this girl. Just come on.
And it's crazy because Levi and Judah are big ones. Levi are the ones who handle the ark. They have a huge role in the guy. God sets the tribe of Levi apart from every other tribe. And then obviously Judah. Why is that big? Because, you know, if you know the story of Jesus, and one of his nicknames, he's the Lion of the tribe of Judah. That's where eventually Jesus will come out of.
Wow.
So isn't that interesting?
Very. I like it.
So 30, mine doesn't have a label on that either.
Oh, she did say, the Lord saw my harsh treatment. And now my husband will love me because she gave birth.
Yeah.
So
30. So that's in 30. So yeah. Rachel becomes envious of her sister because she had the kids, right? And tells Jacob to sleep with her handmaid, Bilhah. I feel like we've heard something like this
Yeah, this
before.
happened with Abraham and Sarah. He
does. And she gives birth to 2 sons, Naphtali and Dan. These are also 2 more tribes of Israel. Leah now becomes envious. So now Leah becomes jealous and tells Jacob to sleep with her handmaid, Zilpah. Bro, this boy Jacob is just slinging. Bro.
That's how they make it. They're like, I'm here, have my...
But at the same time, you have to understand, I'm not saying this is right, but this is how different tribes were born. This is how they populated.
I mean, this is the origin.
All the people came from different women.
Right.
You know, that's how it had to be. So somehow this, in some strange way, this was God's way of making his
probably easier.
Yeah.
Do one dude.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's gonna be one of the luckiest motherfuckers.
And Zilpah gives birth to 2 sons, Gad and Asher. Again, so right now we're basically listing all the freaking tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
Then Rachel allows Leah to sleep with Jacob after making a deal for some mandrakes that Reuben found. Bro.
Wait, I got confused.
Okay.
So who slept with who in the last one?
Okay. So right now
Leah let her son?
No, Leah let Rachel. Rachel allows Leah. The sisters now. We're going back to the first 2 girls.
Okay.
So basically, he's dipped in Leah.
Uh-huh.
He dipped in Rachel.
Right, those are his 2 chicks.
He dipped in the maids.
Both of them.
Zilpah.
Oh. Okay.
And then, what's the name of it? And Bilhah, or Bilhah.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's dipping back in Leah.
Okay.
The one he doesn't care about, remember? Because he loves Rachel.
Yeah.
He loves Rachel, right?
Yeah.
And this happened after a trade for some mandrakes that Rachel had found.
Wow. What are mandrakes right here? Mine says erotic herbs.
Yeah, they're plants. You know what I'm saying?
Why erotic? It make you horny or something?
They could be. We should look this up. Dang. Oh, we can't. Both of our phones are in use.
What if it's like what are those things?
Because mandrakes in the Harry Potter, remember those plants that would scream? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I didn't remember they were called that though.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention too much.
So she gives birth to 2 more sons and a daughter. Issachar, Zebulun, and Dinah. Now, I don't remember Dinah
No,
as
I've
a
heard
tribe of
of
Israel.
Issachar.
And then Rachel is finally able to give birth to a son, Joseph. This dude...
He's a big guy, right?
Yeah, this dude becomes a big deal. So now, 30:25, Jacob tells Laban that he wants to get paid and move on. He's like, all right, you know what? I've clearly done work here now. You know?
Right, after 14 years and shit? Yeah.
They strike a deal regarding the lamb and the cattle. And then Laban tries to hustle him. But Jacob figures out a way to still end up with much stronger flocks and cattle. Do you want to talk about how he tried to hustle him?
Yeah.
All right. So... Okay, so basically the deal that he made him was
He wanted like the speckled one?
yeah, he told him, okay, so who told who? So Jacob, so he told him, if you find in my flock any goats without speckles or spots or any sheep that are not black, you will know that I have stolen them from you. That's what Jacob told Laban. You know what I'm saying? He goes, don't give me anything, just let me watch over your flocks, then inspect your flocks. And you know, in the future, when you check on the animals you have given me as my wages, you'll see I have been honest. If you find in my flock any goats without speckles or spots, or any sheep that are not black, you will know I have stolen them from you. And Laban's like, all right, cool. But that very day, Laban went out and removed the male goats that were streaked and spotted, all the female goats that were speckled and spotted or had white patches, and all the black sheep. He placed them in the care of his own sons, who took a 3-day journey away from Jacob. So basically, what he was trying to do is that is tell him, well, you don't have anything. Everything is mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was trying to hustle him because Jacob had told him, all right, all the ones that are speckled or spotted or not black, like those are, you know, those would be considered yours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you'll know that I'm good. And he went and took all those that had that and sent them away. So now it looks like Jacob has nothing. Basically, he stole all his fortune, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Then Jacob took some branches, and this is interesting. This is some interesting stuff. So Jacob took some fresh branches from poplar, almond, and plane trees and peeled off strips of bark, making white streaks on them. Then he placed these peeled branches in the watering troughs where the flocks came to drink, for that was where they mated. So he put a white stripe on these sticks, and it was like, put them in the water, and the animals come to drink, right? And that's where they drink and they get their thing.
And they gave birth to stripes.
Yes. So once again, this is God.
Yeah.
This is God, bro.
Yeah.
Even though Laban tried to hustle him by taking all these away, and then so they gave birth to every single one. It said, and when they made it in front of the white streaked branches, so when they were doing their thing in front of these white branches, they gave birth to young that were streaked, speckled, and spotted. And then Jacob separated these lambs from Laban's flock. And this is how he built his own flock instead of increasing Laban's, right? When the stronger females were ready to mate, Jacob would place the peeled branches in the watering troughs in front of them. Then they would mate in front of the branches, but he didn't do this with the weaker ones. So the weaker lambs belonged to Laban. Wow. So even though Laban tried to hustle him, he ended up getting hustled. Yeah, that's what, you know what I'm saying? As a result, Jacob became very wealthy with large flocks of sheep and goats, female and male servants, and many camels and donkeys. Yeah, so that's how he got him. So we're at 31. Mine says, Jacob flees from Laban.
Yeah, Jacob's household leaves.
There you go. So Jacob notices Laban has started to give him the evil eye. You know, he's like, this guy here, I can't, you know, like he probably knows, like, all right, God's got your back, can't do anything about it. Right. So God tells him it's time to move on. So he tells Leah and Rachel of how Laban tried to hustle him. And they agree they should leave. They sneak off, and without telling anyone about it, this is where things get kind of shady, Rachel takes the household idols of Laban. So we're talking like some Baal stuff, you know, like pagan stuff, household idols.
Okay.
Yeah. Laban chases after them and catches up to them. He confronts Jacob, and Jacob tells him how even though he did bad business, he remained loyal to him. Laban tells him that he'd like to avenge Jacob's escape, but God told him to leave Jacob alone in a dream. Laban and Jacob strike a covenant, vowing to never cross the boundary they've erected to harm each other. So, you know, it's like, in this case, like, the only reason why Laban didn't get the revenge he wanted was God told him, like, no. So they had to set a boundary. We're not crossing this boundary. First border. You know what I'm saying? No wall. You know what I'm saying? 32, mine doesn't say anything. But
Jacob prepares to meet Esau.
So Jacob knows he'll have to run to Esau. Remember, Esau was trying to kill him. That's why he fled in the first place. Remember that?
His brother.
Yes, this is his brother.
Right.
Yeah. He prays.
They're the twins.
Yes.
The twins.
Yes. He prays to God and thanks him for all he's done for him, and also asks for protection from Esau. He prepares a very large tribute for Esau and tells those in charge of it to march ahead of him and present the tribute to Esau in hopes that when Esau meets him, he'll be nice. So it's basically like, all right, I'm going to give him all this stuff. Y'all march ahead. Hopefully y'all give it to him. And then by the time I show up, he's like, my brother, you know, it's all good, you know. And then at 32:22, Jacob wrestles with God through the night. God dislocates his hip.
Oh, wow. I have this highlighted, too.
Yeah. As day breaks, God said he has to leave. But Jacob asks for a blessing. He receives it, and he gives him a new name, Israel. Jacob is now changed to Israel.
So, what do you mean they fought?
They wrestled through. What
does that even mean?
It literally says they wrestled because
God came and wrestled with Jacob. Like, let's do some WWE shit.
All right, yeah, basically, yeah.
And he fucked him up. He hurt him.
Yeah. And it says here, when Jacob was alone in the camp, a man came and wrestled with him until dawn began to break. Now, I'm pretty sure that we could go look up some stuff on YouTube by pastors and stuff, and there's many probably...
It's probably like symbolic, because it says, your name won't be Jacob any longer, but Israel, because you struggled with God and with men and won. So it's probably just like
It could be a spiritual thing, like you wanted to do this, but you know that you should do better, you know? Right. Could be a spiritual wrestling, you know? Like I think...
It's also like, you didn't give up. I could have killed you.
Yeah.
I didn't, but you also didn't give up.
I think we, as human beings, sometimes we wrestle with God, you know? We know what we should do, which is what the Spirit says, but we want to follow the flesh. We're like, I don't want to do it, you know? Like, you get mad, like, you dang near are mad at God, bro. Like, God, why I gotta do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this...
Well, I'd be scared to get mad at God, but a lot of people, especially in our younger...
I can tell you of an instance recently, off camera, I'll tell you about where I had to wrestle with God. So, obviously I lost because I
did too. Well, I was wrestling with the floor.
Whoa. Shout out to, what's the state you were at?
Missouri.
The
Loop.
Hey. So he wrestled with God, but Jacob asked for a blessing. He receives new name. So now Jacob is Israel. Jacob names that place Peniel. Peniel means the face of God. So, I mean, maybe he literally, he wrestled the guy, probably saw his face, you know?
Interesting.
Because of this, the people of Israel don't eat tendon near the hip socket.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. 33.
Because he grabbed Jacob's thigh muscle at the tendon.
Yeah.
He's tickling.
Yeah. God was like, bro.
He's like, uncle.
Yeah. 33. Jacob and Esau make peace. Esau meets Jacob. They embrace lovingly. And Esau tries to reject the tribute, but Jacob insists. They travel on and go to 2 different areas. So basically, this is kind of like, all right, you know what you gave me, it's all good, man. The soup, you stealing my blessing from Dad, it's all gravy, you know. But I think at the end they realize like, this peace won't last if we stay together. So you know what? Let's just go our separate ways. I'm eventually gonna look at you and be like, you asshole.
It's a tentative.
I remember that stupid ass soup.
Yeah, I mean that's like from the time you were a child that you were raised on that anger.
So 34, mine says revenge against Shechem. Oh snap! My bad. It's gonna get intense. Dinah is raped by the son of a king. The prince asks Jacob for her hand in marriage. This kind of weird already, right? Jacob's son tells him only if he and all the men in the city circumcise themselves. The prince agrees. After the men circumcise and are weak, Simeon and Levi, her brothers, storm the city and kill every man in revenge for the rape.
Oh.
Hey, justice? Batman, justice.
That's crazy.
They take the children and women as captives. Justice? Jacob is mad, and he tells him that not only is his reputation ruined, but surely now the Canaanites and Perizzites will come together and kill them all. So some shit happened. Some stuff was started because of it, and now it's like Jacob is like a mafia don here. Like he's like, why'd you do that? You know.
Okay, so his sons did that.
Yeah.
Jacob's sons, because their sister was raped by the prince. And they're like, you can have her.
Yeah.
But you gotta get circumcised.
We forgive you, bro. Just circumcise all the men. Yeah, circumcise all the men.
And the dumbasses did it all at once.
Yeah, and while they were recovering, like, I'm so sore. Oh, they come in, cha, 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 cha. Yeah. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what this is a mafia scene we're watching. We just read about here, bro.
Yeah.
This is
the climax.
Do you remember in Peaky Blinders they tried to rape the sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, you remember everything from that show. This is kind of like some stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for some reason...
They started war.
Yeah. I didn't write anything until 35. Oh, wait. Oh, we are on 30. My bad. Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I kind of woke up recently. Okay, 35. Jacob's return to Bethel. God tells Jacob to take his people to Bethel. Rachel dies while giving birth to his final son, Benjamin. That is also a tribe of Israel. Reuben sleeps with Bilhah. Isaac dies, and both Jacob and Esau bury him. So this Reuben Bilhah thing is interesting because he probably shouldn't have done that because Bilhah is a servant of. Remember, Bilhah is one of the women that Jacob slept with to make one of the tribes. So so you know you're not supposed to go into some coochie your dad went into.
Right.
Let me see. So let me see.
Interesting.
I'm trying to find.
Jacob had 12 sons.
Where are we? I'm trying to find where it talks about where he slept with the servant.
Is that before Isaac dies or after?
I wish I'd have written down the verse. Maybe they didn't even. God bless him. His name is Jacob, so God named him Israel. Okay, then God said that should die.
Dang, what's it? Esau? How do you say it?
Esau.
Esau, he married a Canaanite.
Oh, I think it's gonna be over here. My bad. Huh. I can't find it in here, but obviously it happened if I wrote it down. I mean, I said that doesn't sound right. Then Jacob traveled on and camped. Yeah, while he was living there, Reuben had intercourse with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Jacob heard about it. Yeah. So you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that.
Right.
But okay, I guess that's all it says about it. Literally, it's just a sentence. So we are now at 36. Oh, this is one. I mean, you want to talk about it, we can, but the 36 the descendants of Esau. I don't know if you have anything to say about that.
Nah, it's just a bunch of names.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right, so 37. Now we go into one of the dudes, Joseph. Joseph's dreams.
Dreams of power.
Yeah. So Joseph, the favorite son, tells of his dream. And this is what he's telling his brothers, right? His dreams that say he will be bowed to and be a ruler. His brothers despise him after, they're like, oh, what? All right, you know what I mean? Good haters. They hatch a plan to kill him, then decide to throw him in a cistern. Reuben went along with the plan, but was going to rescue him later. So, he was kind of following along, but he was going to, rescue. The other brothers decide to sell him to the Midianites, talking about Jacob. Reuben doesn't get there in time to save him. And then, so what happens is they decide to hatch a plan. We're going to tell Dad he died. So we're going to take his coat, dip it in blood, and tell Jacob that beast. I don't know why I didn't write Israel, but we're talking about, his name has been changed. Jacob is Israel, so.
It's because
they still use Jacob in the thing, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, and then they're going to tell Jacob that beast ate Joseph. Joseph is sold into Egypt to an officer of Pharaoh and also a captain of the guard. So yeah, after Joseph told his brothers basically like, this is my dream. I'm going to rule over everybody. I'm gonna be, like important.
And instead of his brother being like, you know what, we're gonna work for you.
Yeah,
we got your back.
They're like, nah, yeah. And they set this plan to try to screw him over, just because they're jelly,
And luckily they didn't kill him.
Yeah.
They were selling him.
For some reason, I didn't write anything for 38. Judah and Tamar. Is there anything important?
38. Tamar's place in Judah's family. Judah moved away from his brothers. There, Judah saw the daughter of a Canaanite whose name was Shua. He married her. Damn, these dudes just keep marrying Canaanites.
Oh,
After he slept with her, she became pregnant, gave birth to a son whom she named Er, E-R.
Mm-hmm.
She got pregnant a couple more times. Judah married his oldest son Er to a woman named Tamar, but the Lord considered Judah's eldest son Er immoral, and the Lord put him to death. Judah said to Onan, "Go to your brother's wife, do your duty as her brother-in-law, and provide children for your brother."
Crazy. So he married. So yeah, it says here that
I think that used to be like a thing. Like if your brother dies,
you take his wife.
Yeah, if you're not married.
Yeah, because it says here, Er was a wicked man in the Lord's sight, so God took his life.
I said, "Onan, go take care of this.
Go handle this, bro."
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
But check this out. But Onan was not willing to have a child that would not be his own heir. So whenever he had intercourse with his brother's wife, he spilled semen on the ground. Boy pulled out. This prevented him from having a child that would belong to his brother. But the Lord considered it evil for Onan to deny a child to his dead brother. So the Lord took Onan's life too. Man, some coochie got you killed.
He didn't want to have he didn't want child support and shit. Bro, God would have took care of it though.
Yeah. So then Judah said to Tamar, "Go back to your parents' home and remain a widow until my son Shelah is old enough to marry you." That sounds some weird shit, bro. But Judah didn't really intend to do this because he was afraid Shelah would also die like his two brothers. Yeah, like this.
She's cursed.
Yeah. So Tamar went back to live in her dad's home. So some years later, Judah's wife died. After the time of mourning was over, Judah and his friend went up to Timnah to supervise sheep. And then someone told Tamar, "Look, your father-in-law is here." So Tamar was aware that Shelah had grown up, but no arrangement had been made for her to come and marry him. So she changed out of her widow's clothing and covered herself with the veil to disguise herself. Then she sat beside the road at the entrance to the... Okay, by the way, this right here. She sat beside the road at the entrance to the village of Enaim. Judah noticed her and thought she was a prostitute since she covered her face. So he stopped and propositioned her. "Let me have sex with you," he said, not realizing she was his own daughter-in-law.
Oh.
Boy, this is some dangerous...
Where is this at? Where are we at? Is it 39?
I'm at 50. Yeah, 38:16. I'm about to... Yeah.
Okay.
"How much will you pay to have sex with me?" Tamar asked him.
I see.
He said, I'll give you a young goat from my flock." And then she said, "But what will you give me to guarantee you will send the goat?" He goes, "What kind of guarantee do you want?" She says, "Leave me your ID and its cord and the walking stick you are carrying."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And they did it.
So Judah gave it to her. He had intercourse with her and she became
she didn't know
pregnant.
either?
No, I think she knew what was going on.
That,
Yeah. Remember, she covered her face. She knew what was going on, bro. Later, Judah asked his friend to take the young goat to the woman and pick up the things he'd given her. Like, "All right, go take her this and bring back my stuff, bro, But Hira couldn't find her. So he asked the men who lived there, "Where can I find the prostitute who was sitting beside the road at the entrance?" "We've never had a prostitute here." Hira went to Judah and told him, "I couldn't find her anywhere. And the men of the village claimed they've never had a prostitute here." "Then let her keep the things I gave her," Judah said. He's like, "All right, you know what? It's never happened, right? We'd be the laughing stock of the village if we went back again to look for her."
Right.
All right. About 3 months later, Judah was told, "Tamar, your daughter-in-law, has acted like a prostitute, and now because of this, she's pregnant." Judah gets mad. He's like, "Bring her out and let her be burned." But as they were taking her out to kill her, she sent this message to Judah. "The man who owns these things made me pregnant. Look closely. Whose seal and cord and walking stick are these?" Oh, man. Judah recognized him immediately and said, "She is more righteous than me because I didn't arrange for her to marry my son Shelah." And Judah never slept with Tamar again.
Embarrassing.
When the time came for Tamar to give birth, it was discovered she was carrying twins.
Again.
Dang!
It's a theme.
While she was in labor, one of the babies reached out his hand. We did this again. The midwife grabbed it and tied a scarlet ring around the child's wrist, announcing this one came out first. But when he pulled back his hand, and out came his brother. "What?" the midwife exclaimed. "How did you break out first?" So he was named Perez. Perez means breaking out. And the one with the scarlet string on his wrist, he was named Zerah. Zerah means scarlet or brightness, because of the ribbon on his wrist. I don't know why I didn't write.
Mine says Don.
Okay, that was an interesting story. I don't know why I didn't put that in my notes.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's. I guess because it's not a side story, but to me it didn't go with the canon because we're talking about Joseph here, right?
Right.
This is like a side quest.
Yeah, it's like a filler episode.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time I read the Bible and I was going through like the bloodlines and stuff. And I just went. I didn't talk about any of these.
You got the biggest piece of paper I've ever seen in my
Scroll.
life. That's what I'm saying. Boy, I got some parchment over here.
Hear ye. Nah, one time my mom had like a box of this copy paper that they couldn't use at their work.
And that's what it was?
And I still have a little bit left.
I can see why I can't use it. They ain't gonna fit nowhere. What the heck?
Yeah.
All right, so 39. Joseph in Potiphar's house. So Joseph brings prosperity to the officer's house. Remember, Joseph was taken, bought as a slave, and by this guy. All right.
Right, by his brother.
Previously.
Right? His brother sent him?
Sold him? Previously. All right, yeah. So Joseph brings, this house where he was made a slave into, he brings prosperity to the officer's house to whom he was sold to. Potiphar's wife tried to seduce him.
Oh.
He refuses over and over. He's like, no, this is my master. I'm not supposed to do this. This was a good dude.
Yeah.
Dude, good dude. One day, she took his cloak from him. That, while she tried to seduce him, right? No, come on, Joseph. Come on, take me. He was like, no, and he ran. So she grabbed his shit.
Yeah.
And he pulled it. And he took it, his cloak.
Right.
So then he took the cloak. She took the cloak, and he claims that he raped her.
Oh no.
And he's thrown in prison. But then in the prison, he brings prosperity there too. Like,
bro, what's crazy is right here it says he ridiculed me.
Yeah. I mean, over here it's yeah. Okay. And it's interesting because, not interesting, but I think the definition is like, you can't stop God's blessing no matter where it's at, no matter what you do. This guy was sold into slavery. In slavery, he brought prosperity. This guy was thrown in jail unfairly. In jail, he's bringing prosperity. 41, Pharaoh's dream. So Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dream about an upcoming famine. And he tells the Pharaoh to store food. I mean, that was literally me just summarizing it. I mean, do you want to talk about
Was that 40?
41.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to talk about what the dream was exactly? Or do you just because the dream disturbed the Pharaoh.
The Pharaoh so they both had dreams. Joseph and the Pharaoh, right?
Well, no.
Oh, no.
Pharaoh had a dream and he wanted to interpret it.
So Joseph.
Yeah. So this is the dream.
Interpretations belong to God.
Yeah, this is the dream. So okay. So he had Pharaoh had two dreams, right? So in his dream, he saw 7 fat, healthy cows come up out of the river and began grazing in the grass. Then he saw 7 more cows come up behind them from the Nile, but these were scrawny and thin. These cows stood beside the fat cows on the riverbank. Then the scrawny, thin cows ate the 7 healthy, fat cows. This is when he woke up. Then he went to sleep again and had this other dream. He saw 7 heads of grain, plump and beautiful, growing on a single stalk. Then 7 more heads of grain appeared, but these were shriveled and withered by the east wind. Let me tell you something about the east wind. The east wind, that phrase usually means death. In any story, when it talks about the east wind, it's talking about death. Death. East wind, east wind. And these thin heads swallowed up the 7 plump heads. He woke up again. He was disturbed. So he called everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to figure out what this dream was. And then the guy who told him about Joseph was the baker, right? The baker? Was it the cupbearer? He told Pharaoh sometime, "Oh, you're a chief baker. The chief baker." Oh yeah. So when he asked, "I need someone to interpret this dream," the king's cupbearer told him, "Some time ago you were angry with the chief baker and me, and you imprisoned us in the palace of the captain of the guard. One night the chief baker and I each had a dream, and each dream had its own meaning. There was a dream, and there was a young Hebrew man, Joseph, with us in the prison, who was a slave of the captain of the guard. We told him our dreams, and he told us what each of our dreams meant, and everything happened just as it was predicted. And the chief baker was executed and impaled on a pole." Yeah. So Pharaoh sent for Jacob at once. So Joseph, when he had we're going to fast forward, right? Joseph tells Pharaoh, both of Pharaoh's dreams mean the same thing. God is telling Pharaoh in advance what he is about to do. The 7 healthy cows and the 7 healthy heads of grain represent 7 years of prosperity. The 7 thin, scrawny cows that came up later and the 7 thin heads of grain withered by the east wind represent 7 years of famine. This will happen just as I have described it, for God has revealed to Pharaoh in advance what he's about to do. The next 7 years will be good, but afterward it's going to be bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So
Pharaoh should find, so he found an intelligent man, and this is how Joseph is made ruler of Egypt. So we are now in...
Joseph became ruler?
Yeah. So Joseph's suggestions were well received by Pharaoh and his officials. So Pharaoh asked his officials, can we find anyone else like this man, filled with the Spirit of God? And Pharaoh said to Joseph, since God has revealed the meaning of the dreams to you, clearly no one else is as intelligent or as wise as you are. You will be in charge of my court and all my people, and will take orders. And all my people will take orders from you.
He put his gold necklace around his neck.
Only I, sitting on my throne, will have a rank higher than yours. Boom! Come up. Started from the bottom.
Real quick.
Now we're here.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was 30 when he began to serve Pharaoh.
And he literally said to him, I hereby put you in charge of the entire land of Egypt.
So he was the one who was in charge of the schematics of storing all the leftover food so they could have them for the famine.
I am Pharaoh, but no one will lift a hand or foot in the entire land of Egypt without your approval. This is what he said to Joseph.
Wow. And then when the famine came, every country came to Egypt to buy grain from Joseph, because in every country the famine had also become more severe.
Oh, I did write something about this. Yeah.
Dang, so he got rich.
Yeah.
He made them even richer.
Yeah. And he gave his wife, so Pharaoh makes Joseph in charge of his court and gives him a wife, Asenath, who gives him 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, tribes of Israel, right there. Joseph starts storing wheat and corn. Famine hits. Nobody in Egypt goes hungry, and lands from all around Egypt flock to buy corn from them. You know what I'm saying? This is, the drought, and it went on. 42. Joseph's brothers go to Egypt.
Ooh, payback.
There, here we go. Due to the famine, Jacob sends his sons, minus Benjamin, to Egypt for corn. Joseph knows it's them, but they don't know it's him. Joseph tells him that he...
Bro, I like this right here. When Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, why are you staring blankly at each other? I've just heard there's grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy some for us so that we can survive and not starve to death. Yeah. Him saying, that's such a dad thing to say. Like, why are y'all just looking at each other like idiots? There's food. Go get the food.
I just stand around doing nothing, man. Like always, man. Come on, get out.
Watch the TV or something? Yeah.
So Joseph tells the that they... Okay, so in exchange for like the grain that they want,
right?
He tells the brothers that, all right, look, let me keep Simeon in custody. Oh, actually, there's a whole thing here. Okay, there's a whole thing.
He called them spies.
Yeah. Sir, there are actually 12 of us who are your servants, your brothers. Said, okay. Yeah, he said, as I said, you are spies. So Joseph was, he was
fucking around
acting.
with him a little bit.
He's acting here. He knows what's up. He said, you are spies. This is how I will test your story. I swear by the life of Pharaoh that you will never leave Egypt unless your youngest brother comes here. Benjamin. Remember, Benjamin stayed home.
With Dad.
One of you must go and get your brother. I'll keep the rest of you here in prison. Then we'll find out whether or not your story is true. By the life of Pharaoh, if it turns out that you don't have a younger brother, then I'll know you are spies. So he put them all in prison for 3 days. You think that was a little bit of like, that's what you get. That's what you get.
Selling me, trying to kill me.
Yeah. So Simeon, so he keeps Simeon. So Joseph tells him until they find Benjamin to come get him. So he sends them off with both the corn they wanted and their money. So, but you see what he did there?
Yeah.
When he sent them off, he was like, he told the people, like, you know what? All that money they just brought, put it in their sack. Leave it there. So he sends them off with...
And then they're terrified when they saw their sister. Like, is this a trick?
Yeah,
like, what, they're going to kill us?
Yeah. So, and then they told Jacob what happened. And then worried, he refuses to send Benjamin. Yeah, so like you said, we should talk about that. We should. So it's okay. So Joseph ordered his servants to fill the brothers' sacks with grain. But he also gave secret instructions to give them their money back on top of the sack.
When they stopped to spend the night, one of them opened the sack to feed his donkey, and he saw the silver.
Yeah, my money has been returned. It's here in my sack. Then their hearts sank. Trembling, they said to each other, what has God done to us?
Already blaming God.
Yeah. So then they told their dad, Jacob, the man who's governor of the land spoke very harshly to us. He accused us of being spies, scouting the land. But we said we are honest men, not spies. We are 12 brothers, sons of one father. One brother is no longer with us, and the youngest is at home with our father in Canaan. Then the man who's governing the land told us, this is how we'll find out if you're honest men. Told him, leave your brother, like leave one of your brothers here with me. Take the grain and go feed your families, but you got to bring your younger brother back to me. You know what I'm saying? So I know that you're not spies. Then I'll give you your brother back.
Right.
As they emptied out their sacks, there in each man's sack was the bag of money he had paid for the grain. The brothers and their father were terrified when they saw the bags of money. Jacob said, "You are robbing me of my children. Joseph is gone. Simeon is gone. And now you want to take Benjamin too? Everything is going against me." So then Reuben said to Jacob, "You may kill my 2 sons if I don't bring Benjamin back to you. I'll be responsible for him, and I promise to bring him back." But Jacob was like, "No, my son will not go down with you. His brother Joseph is dead, and he is all I have left." So this guy Benjamin is clearly like the new favorite, right?
Right. Well,
even though there's like 10 other brothers, he's like, he's all I have left. What a like, all right, Dad. I guess we ain't shit, huh? If anything should happen to him on your journey, you would send this grieving white-haired man to his grave. So, some tension here.
Yeah.
So after running low on food again, Jacob has to send his sons to Egypt again. They tell him there's no point if he won't send Benjamin too. We can't show back up without Benjamin. He's like, all right, fine. So they arrive in Egypt, and Joseph invites them to his house for a feast. So,
now they start calling him Israel.
Yeah, see? There you go, see? Wait, in what verse? In 43?
Yeah. 43.
I saw Jacob 6. Where we at? 6. You're right. Wait, no, mine still says Jacob.
Israel said. Yours says Jacob said?
Yeah, Jacob moaned.
Seems like they interchange it sometimes.
And 11 still uses Jacob.
Mine
13,
says their father Israel said to them.
Interesting. Your Bible's probably incorrect. I'm playing.
It's a soft cover.
So 44, Joseph's silver cup. After sending the brothers back home. Oh, yeah. So he sent them. So yeah, he could. Joseph comes up with the scheme to get Benjamin arrested.
Oh, wait, but they get fed and everything, and then Benjamin gets like the most food.
Yeah.
And then you're at 44?
Yeah, we're at 44. When his brothers ready to leave, Joseph gave his trust. So he told them to do this again. So once they get ready to leave after the feast, he tells the servants again, fill each of their sacks with as much grain as they can carry and put their money back on their sack. So once again, give them what they want, the grain, but give them their money too, right? Then put my personal silver cup at the top of the youngest brother's sack, Benjamin, along with the money for his grain. So he did it. So then Joseph said to his palace manager, chase after them and stop them. When you catch up with them, ask them, why have you repaid my kindness with such evil? Why have you stolen my master's silver cup, which he uses to predict the future? What a wicked thing you have done. Bro, Joseph is playing with these guys, bro. He's playing.
He's having a laugh.
Yeah. So then he catches up, the manager catches up, he tells him this, and the brothers are like, what are you talking about? We are your servants who would never do such a thing. Didn't we return the money we found in our sacks? So basically the money at the beginning is the same money they had at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like he gave them more money.
Okay.
We brought it back all the way back from Canaan. Why would we steal silver or gold from your master's house? If you find his cup with any of us, let that man die. And all the rest of us, my lord, will be your slaves. Wow. He's like, that's fair, but only the one who stole the cup will be my slave. The rest of you may go free. They all quickly took their sacks from the backs of their donkeys and opened them. The palace manager searched the brothers' sacks from the oldest to the youngest, and he saw the cup in Benjamin's sack. When the brothers saw, they tore their clothing in despair. Ah!
Bro, this happens multiple times in the Bible. When they get upset, they tear their clothing.
Yeah, in despair. Yeah. Dad's gonna kill my sons and this and that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that deal we just made? Yeah. Joseph was still in his palace when Judah and his brothers arrived, and they fell to the ground before him. What have you done? Joseph demanded. Don't you know that a man like me can predict the future? Boy, this dude is just...
slaying him.
Yeah. Judah answered, oh my lord, what can we say to you? How can we explain this? How can we prove our innocence? God is punishing us for our sins, my lord. We have all returned to be your slaves. All of us, not just our brother who had your cup in his sack. No, Joseph said, I would never do such a thing. Only the man who stole the cup will be my slave. The rest of you may go back to your father in peace. So Judah steps up and says, please, my lord, let your servant just say one word to you. Please, do not be angry with me. even though you are as powerful as Pharaoh himself. And then my Lord previously, okay, you previously asked us, do you have a father or a brother? And we responded, yes, my Lord. We have a father who is an old man, and his youngest son is a child of his old age. Wait,
so like he was born when he was old.
Yeah, there you go. His full brother is dead, Joseph, and he alone is left of his mother's children, and his father loves him very much. And you said to us, bring him here so I can meet him with my own eyes. But we said to you, my Lord, the boy cannot leave his father, for his father would die. But you told us, unless your youngest brother comes with you, you will never see my face again. So we returned, to your servant, our father, and told him what you said. And we came back. He said, go buy more food. And we said, we can't go back unless our youngest brother goes with us. We'll never get to see the man's face unless our youngest brother's with us. Benjamin. Then my father said, as you know, my wife had 2 sons, and one of them went away and never returned. Doubtless he was torn to pieces by some wild animal. I have never seen him since. Now if you take his brother away from me, and any harm comes to him, you will send this grieving white-haired man to the grave. And now, my Lord, I cannot go back to my father.
He's telling him the whole story.
Without the boy. I just did tell the whole story.
No, the guy, who is this that's talking?
Judah.
Judah is like telling us, like, please.
Our father's life is bound up in the boy's life. If he sees that the boy is not with us, our father will die. We, your servants, will indeed be responsible for sending that grieving white-haired man to his grave. My Lord, I guarantee to my father that I would take care of the boy. I told him, if I don't bring him back to you, I will bear the blame forever. So please, my Lord, let me stay here as a slave instead of the boy, and let the boy return with his brothers. For how can I return to my father if the boy is not with me? I couldn't bear to see the anguish that this would cause my father. 45.
Joseph reveals his identity.
Joseph finally reveals his identity to his brothers. He tells him what happened was... Oh, he tells Judah, talking to Judah here. What happened, basically everything, from the time you saw me into slavery up until now.
But I feel like this is important before you...
Go for it.
So Joseph could no longer control himself in front of all his attendants. So he declared, everyone leave now. So no one stayed with him when he revealed his identity to his brothers. He wept so loudly that the Egyptians and Pharaoh's household heard him. Joseph said to his brothers, I'm Joseph. Is my father really still alive? Like, I can't imagine that emotion.
This would be a good scene in the movie.
Yeah, because he's upset, but he's also relieved. You know? It's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to clip that.
Yeah, that's start the episode like that.
And he's already forgiven them. The one he said, now don't be upset and don't be angry with yourselves that you sold me here. Actually, God sent me before you to save lives. Yeah. They got 5 years left of famine.
Yes. Yeah, he basically tells them that what happened was God's will because of how he is now able to save his entire family from starving.
Yes.
And then he tells them, go get Jacob and their families and come live near him in Egypt. Pharaoh hears of this and decrees Joseph's family will have all the best of everything in Egypt. Hey, that's it. We did it.
That's a good start because then it gets crazy.
We have to stop because this is Genesis. This is it. We're in Exodus now.
What?
Yeah.
Exodus. They haven't moved to.
Oh, you want to talk about? Okay, I think we go.
Jacob's household moves. Oh, wait.
I mean.
Oh.
Because we've only got like 3. Yeah.
Joseph sees his dad. Okay, because you really summed it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so he sees his dad. He dies. So once he gets there, Israel dies. And they embalm him.
It's the last thing he saw. Good.
Joseph fell across his father's body, wept over him, kissed him. Joseph then ordered the physicians and this. Oh, I guess wait. Yeah, at least he got to see his son. Jacob ordered them, I am soon to join my people. Okay, even true.
Oh, in 48, this is a funny one. I don't know why I didn't write this down.
Go.
Maybe I did. I just missed it. All right, so 48. When Joseph blesses Manasseh and Ephraim, these are Joseph's sons. All right. So Jacob was half blind because of his age and could hardly see. So Joseph brought the boys close to him, and Jacob kissed and embraced them. Then Jacob said to Joseph, I never thought I would see your face again, but now God has let me see your children too. This is a beautiful moment, bro.
Yeah.
Joseph moved the boys who were at their grandfather's knees, and he bowed with his face to the ground. Then he positioned the boys in front of Jacob. With his right hand, he directed Ephraim with With his right hand he directed Ephraim toward Jacob's left hand, and with his left hand he put Manasseh at Jacob's right hand. So, like this, right?
Yeah.
But Jacob crossed his arms as he reached out. So he's like, no. You know what I'm saying? But Jacob crossed his arms as he reached out to lay his hands on the boys' heads. He put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, and who he thought was the younger boy, though he was the younger boy, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, though he was the firstborn. And then he blessed Joseph and said, May the God before whom my grandfather Abraham and my father Isaac walked, the God who has been my shepherd all my life to this very day, the angel who has redeemed me from all harm, may he bless these boys. May they preserve my name and the names of Abraham and Isaac, and may their descendants multiply greatly throughout the earth. But Joseph was upset when he saw that his father placed his right hand on Ephraim's head. So Joseph lifted it to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. No, my father, he said, this one is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head. But his father refused. I know, my son, I know. Manasseh will also become a great people, but his younger brother will become even greater, and his descendants will become a multitude of nations. So Jacob blessed the boys that day with his blessing. The people of Israel will use your names when they give a blessing. They will say, May God make you as prosperous as Ephraim and Manasseh. In this way, Jacob put Ephraim ahead of Manasseh. And then Jacob said to Joseph, I'm about to die, but God will be with you, and I will take you back to Canaan, the land of your ancestors. But God will be with you, and I will take you back to Canaan, the land of your ancestors. Okay. So Jacob's last words to his son. This is really poetic, because this kind of sums up.
He talks about their destinies.
Yes, yeah. All the tribes. Right. So this is beautiful. So he said, "Come and listen, you sons of Jacob. Come listen to Israel, your father. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my strength, the child of my vigorous youth. You are first in rank and first in power, but you are as unruly as a flood, and you will be first no longer. For you went to bed with my wife.
Oh.
You did. Remember I told you?
He ain't forget that.
Yeah. You defiled my marriage couch. Next, Simeon and Levi are two of a kind. Their weapons are instruments of violence. May I never join in their meetings. May I never be a party to their plans. For in their anger they murdered men." These are the ones that Dinah, remember, she got raped.
Right.
Yeah.
They went to war.
"And they crippled oxen just for sport. A curse on their anger, for it is fierce. A curse on their wrath, for it is cruel. I will scatter them among the descendants of Jacob. I will disperse them throughout Israel. Judah, your brothers will praise you. You will grasp your enemies by the neck. All your relatives will bow before you. Judah, my son, is a young lion that has finished eating his prey. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down. Like a lioness, who dares arouse him? The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from his descendants, until the coming of the one to whom it belongs." Foreshadowing Jesus. "The one whom all nations will honor. He ties his foal to a grapevine, the colt of his donkey to a choice vine. He washes his clothes in wine, his robes in the blood of grapes. His eyes are darker than wine, and his teeth are whiter than milk." Well, look.
Where does it say that part where you talk about Jesus?
Okay, so 49, 10. 49:10.
That's weird. Mine says, "The scepter won't depart from Judah,
nor the ruler's staff from his descendants.
From among mine says banners. Gifts will be brought to him. People will obey him."
Until they come. Wow. Once again, bro, I don't know about this Bible you got.
It's very interesting.
You looked over.
It was very interesting.
"Zebulun will settle by the seashore and will be a harbor for ships. His borders will extend to Sidon." Next, "Issachar is a sturdy donkey, resting between two saddle packs. When he sees how good the countryside is and how pleasant the land, he will bend his shoulder to the load and submit himself to the hard labor. Dan will govern his people like any other tribe in Israel. Dan will be a snake beside the road, a poisonous viper along the path that bites the horse's hooves, so its rider is thrown off. I trust in you for salvation, O Lord." Side note: when the Vikings that were traveling the earth, their symbol was a snake. It said that these are descendants of the tribe of Dan. Interesting. Wow. So yeah, Gad will be attacked by marauding bands, but he will attack them when they retreat. Asher will dine on rich foods and produce food fit for kings. Naphtali is the doe set free that bears beautiful fawns. Joseph is the foal of a wild donkey, the foal of a wild donkey at a spring, one of the wild donkeys on the ridge. Archers, well, that was a long one, guys. Archers attacked him ravagely. They shot at him, harassed him, but his bow remained taut, and his arms were strengthened by the hands of the mighty one of Jacob.
He loves Joseph.
Yeah. This is yeah.
Like I wrote an essay for Joseph.
By the shepherd, the rock of Israel, may the God of your father help you. May the Almighty bless you with the blessings of the heaven above, and the blessing of the watery depths below, and the blessings of the breast and womb. May my fatherly blessings on you surpass the blessings of my ancestors, reaching the heights of the eternal hills. May these blessings rest on the head of Joseph, who is a prince among his brothers. Benjamin is a ravenous wolf, devouring his enemies in the morning and dividing his plunder in the evening.
I would be so upset if I was Benjamin. Yeah. But he's the youngest one.
Yeah.
So.
These are the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is what their father said as his son said goodbye.
Wow.
So after this, Jacob, so he told him, soon I'm going to die. And he's like, I want to be buried in this cave. I want to be buried in this cave where Sarah is buried. So
and Pharaoh told him, go bury your father as you promised.
Yep. There, Isaac and his wife Rebekah are buried too. There I buried Leah. This is the plot of land that my grandfather brought from the Hittites. Remember way back? Yep.
They were worried. They said when Joseph's brothers realized their father was now dead, they said, what if Joseph bears a grudge against us? And
they
wants to pay us back seriously for all the terrible things we did to him. So they approached Joseph and said, your father gave orders before he died, telling us, this is what you should say to Joseph. Please forgive Please forgive your brother's sins and misdeeds, for they did terrible things to you. Now please forgive the sins of the servants of your father's God.
Yeah.
Joseph wept when they spoke to him. His brothers wept too, fell down in front of him and said, we're here as your slaves.
Yeah. But I like what Joseph says, right?
Go ahead.
Don't be afraid of me. Am I God that I can punish you? You intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. He brought me to this position so I could save the lives of many people. No, don't be afraid. I will continue to take care of you and your children. So he reassured them by speaking kindly to them. So Joseph and his brothers and their families continued to live in Egypt. Joseph lived to the age of 110. He lived to see 3 generations of the descendants of his son Ephraim, and he lived to see the birth of the children of Manasseh's son Machir, whom he claimed as his own. Soon I will die. But God will surely come to help you and lead you out of this land of Egypt. He will bring you back to the land he solemnly promised to give Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. When God comes to help you and lead you back, you must take my bones with you. So Joseph died. The Egyptians embalmed him and his body was placed in a coffin in Egypt.
That's tough. Like, hey, don't forget my body.
Yeah, no, because back then that was a big thing. You can't, you did not want your bones to be left in pagan lands. You know what I'm saying? That was bad luck. Wow, we did it in 3 parts. We did
Genesis. Next time we'll be doing
Exodus.
Alrighty. Thank you guys for joining.
Yes.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah, that too. Ready? Yeah.